You know, it never ceases to amaze me just how ridiculous people can be, especially when it comes to things that, you know, you don't believe in or agree with or just anything else. Like, it's one thing if you have a disagreement. Like, I have disagreements with my friends sometimes. You know what we do? I mean, well, they like to shit talk and get, like, really dumb about it. I like to try to back up evidence with anything I'm claiming. It doesn't always work out that way because sometimes, you know, you could show people all the facts and they don't want to believe you or listen to you, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to be wrong. That's perfectly part of the life and, you know, your legal right as a human being in this country. But then you got other people who will sit there and bully and harass the fuck out of you and try to ruin your career, talk shit about you, even though you're the reason that they became millionaires, became successful, get the, you know, benefit off of fucking merchandise. And I'm talking about people like in J.K. Rowling's group. So J.K. Rowling a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago I think it was, she got canceled for basically believing in biology. I know, right? That whole ass subject you take in school about, you know, X and Y chromosomes. But it's not that she was even attacking trans women. It was just more of her just saying, like, women are women, trans women are just biologically not women, which is fucking true. Like, we're not going to play this fairy tale bullshit. I have nothing against trans women. I mean, I understand gender dysphoria. It sucks. People suffer through it, but you're biologically not a woman. You may act like a woman. You may live your life as a woman. That's fine. More power to you. You do what you have to do to make yourself happy. I'm not going to stand in your way of that. I'm not even going to criticize you for doing that. But don't tell me I have to play your delusion, and don't tell me that I can't have a life because I don't agree with you. Look, I have a mental disorder, and people don't agree with me over that. A lot of people actually get really fucking mad about that one, which is what the fuck ever. I don't give a shit. I don't need your validation. I don't need your approval. I don't need you to even agree with me. I couldn't fucking care less. I really can't. I may call you stupid, but that's just because you're presenting yourself to be extremely stupid, and you're just really getting onto my predator radar where I feel like I have to go after you. But J.K. Rowling got in trouble for the whole trans woman comment, and now she's being canceled again on Twitter because of Chang. I'm sure there's more to it too. I read a couple things and I felt like I was going to have an aneurysm, so I had to kind of get off. I'm serious. I really felt like I was about to die because of all the stupid shit that I was reading. So people are saying that she's racist because she chose the name Chang, and people are just upset about that. And Shaxton Kingbolt or whatever, Kingston, I don't remember. I don't like Harry Potter. I read the books. I didn't like the movies. The first two movies were flawlessly good. Everything else was just really shitty and dramatic for no reason. I understand that, you know, the book series got really dark at times, and that's fine. But whenever Hollywood's involved and it becomes filmmaking, then directors like to do their thing where they like to make it into their image instead of what their original source material is. I typically don't agree with that. That's why I don't really like these books becoming live action movies. You know, off topic, I used to really love the Megalodon books, the Meg series. Well, they made a Meg movie, and I was really excited to see that, even though it was Jason Statham. And Jonas Taylor in the book is not a fucking action hero. He's a nerd. In the movie, it was Jason Statham. So, I mean, like, just, I don't even have to go any further than that. You already know what I'm talking about, where this is even going. Did I enjoy the movie? Yeah. Was it a clear, desperate attempt for China to give money because they knew the American audience wouldn't care to go see it? Oh, yeah, fucking absolutely. Like, they changed so much shit for that book. But J.K. Rowling's in trouble because of Cho Chang, and some other, I guess, minority characters in her books have these weird-ass fucking names, and people think she's racist for it. And I just want to remind everybody that this is the book series where you got fucking characters named Lucius Malfoy. There's a villain named Voldemort. Fucking Voldemort. I think the most normal-sounding fucking character in this entire book series is Dobby the House Elf. I'm serious. I feel like that was the most easy fucking name. Neville fucking Longbottom. Like, these weird Hermione fucking Granger. Who? Albus fucking Dumbledore. Who names their fucking kids this shit? I don't fucking know. Severus Snape. You guys are fucking mad about Cho Chang, but Severus Snape just, yeah, that sounds like a white person name. Sure. I mean, it's like it's supposed to take place in the fucking, what, 90s or some shit in the Harry Potter universe? But yeah, there's totally people being named Severus Snape in the 90s. There's probably a bunch now because, you know, people got to name their kids after this shit. But these are the same people who sit there and get mad about a name like that, but they will sit there and back up children being named shit like Apple or Pepsi or Africa or Asia. Like, those are Those are perfectly fine, but my god, you can't have Chang, which is fucking retarded, by the way. I just want to point that out because you guys are mad at her for naming an Asian character a weird Asian name. Mind you, it's a white woman who was basically living in the fucking streets when she wrote this shit. And she lived in Britain, of all fucking places. Like, you really think she had Asian friends? You think she's going to pick up on this shit? No. I wouldn't know what to name an Asian kid or Asian person in one of my books if I wrote one. I don't hang out with any Asians. I don't talk to any Asians. How the fuck would I know? I would just get the most generic fucking name like Bruce Lee, and I would just run with that. That's what I would do, because I'm not creative enough to come up with an Asian name. Or I would just steal one from an anime. Like, mind you, all these anime characters got these weird fucking names, and you guys think that, you know, you guys just think that's perfectly okay, but Cho-Chang? Really? Like, every day, Twitter just reminds me how much of a failure the human race is, and how fucking... Look, here's the thing, these people have always existed, but with the power of the internet connecting every single person, whenever we scream into the void's not so empty. We're seeing plenty of fucking responses, plenty of dumb people, and the scariest thing about it is these people are allowed to drive, these people are allowed to live, these people are allowed to vote, these people are allowed to make decisions for children, these people are allowed to just participate in human society in general, and that is the scariest fucking thing to me. And I'm not even being dramatic about that, because this is true, this is reality, this is where we're at. I mean, it's already 2022, and I already feel like we've only got like 8 more years left, dude. Like how rapidly social justice is just spewed off in the last couple of years. Like I don't get embarrassed about anything in my life, but I'm really embarrassed that I was like one of these people a couple of years ago. Like I can't understand it, dude. Like we're living in a fucking world where you're mad at a child book author for making up the name Cho-Chang, and you want her to be canceled. And then you got the people, you know, like Dana Radcliffe and Emma Watson and whoever the fuck, Rupert Grant or whatever the fuck his name is, the one that played Ronald. You know, none of their careers really went anywhere. I mean, Emma Watson became like a wannabe discount sex icon, and she had like what, 2 movies or some shit. But here's the problem: you guys are typecast, and you're forever going to be a Harry Potter character. No matter what you try to audition for, you're stuck. Your careers are never going to advance. You're stuck playing these roles. That's what happened to Mark Hamill. He was lucky enough to get the Joker role, but everyone outside of that, a lot of people don't even know that's Mark Hamill when he does the Joker voice. But you're stuck as Luke Skywalker for another 40 years. Even when you're long dead and gone, people are going to remember your career, and pretty much all anyone's going to talk about is Luke Skywalker. But these people have the fucking audacity to sit there and talk shit about J.K. Rowling. They have the audacity to not include her into the this video game release for Harry Potter that's coming out, because she said some offensive shit. Mind you, all these people are making fucking bank off of her. I just want to point that one out, which I find to be the most disingenuous fucking thing. Like, you can sit there and talk shit about the woman who made you what you fucking are. You're never going to have another day going by in your life where you're going to sit there and starve. I just want to point that out. I mean, you can disagree with her. That's perfectly fine, but you're both adults. Don't act like this shit in public, especially in front of a camera, in front of a journalist, in front of TMZ. It's fucking ridiculous. It's embarrassing. You should be ashamed of yourself, and that's probably why you're never going to amount to anything else other than playing a fucking Harry Potter character. That's all I got to say on that. Yeah, this is reasons like this is why I don't give a shit about Harry Potter. Anytime if I was ever to get on Tinder and I see some chick that's like, oh my god, I'm totally a hippogriff or hippopuff or Hufflepuff, I don't remember what it is, a Hufflepuff. Oh my god, I'm totally a Ravenclaw, I'm a Slytherin. I'm gonna think you're autistic. That's all I'm gonna think. I'm gonna think, wow, look at this 36-year-old woman pretending to be in a Hogwarts house cup. This is coming from somebody who plays World of Warcraft, but you know what? At least my fantasy game knows where it's at. It's trying to become a little bit more social justice, as retarded as it is, but that's just bad writers that are hired by Blizzard. J.K. Rowling didn't do nothing wrong. You're not going to convince me of that otherwise, because she did nothing fucking wrong. And everyone else who has a problem with that, go fuck yourself. Grow the fuck up. I don't even give a shit about this topic. I don't even give a shit about J.K. Rowling or Harry Potter. I'm just talking about it because it's ludicrous. It's fucking sheer ludicrous. It's bananas. It's fucking absurd. It's dog shit, jackass, crazy, stupid motherfuckers on Twitter. And you know what? Honestly, if I was J.K. Rowling, I wouldn't give a shit, because you know what? This woman, she donates so much fucking money to charity. She's not even a billionaire, last I remember, because she donated so much money to charity. None of that matters. You know what matters? She said a bad thing about a minority fucking group, which wasn't even that bad. She just disagreed with the mind games, paranoia, or not paranoia, but she disagreed with the ideology behind it. And that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, if you're right or wrong. I'm not saying she's right or wrong. I think she's right. But I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not speaking the absolute truth on anything. But science is there to back up my claim, not this activist science, because if you're a scientist now saying this shit otherwise, you're not really a scientist, you're an activist. That's what it comes down to. So I'm going to leave it on that. J.K. Rowling, you're better than this. I'm glad you made your way up from the bottom, and you're now filthy fucking rich, so you should never give a shit what anybody has to say about you on Twitter, of all fucking places, with it being a cesspool, for what it is. And just remember, you can buy any one of our lives, because you're that fucking rich. On that note, goodbye, good night.